Eurasian eagle owls will hunt foxes, rabbits, weasels. They're even cannibalistic to the fact they'll hunt other owl species. This king cobra, on the other hand, if you get a good look, you'll notice that on the eye there's a weird tuft of skin. That's actually stuck shed. She looks so beautiful. She's an amazing animal. But she's also a very defensive one, so we've got to be really careful how we do this. It's okay. Relax. Beautiful, beautiful. Poor baby. Oh, you see this? It's all around her side. Oh, it looks like it was both eye caps that were stuck with us. I'm gonna pull both eye caps off and out of the nostril, which was probably bugging her for breathing. No way. No way. No way, you did not do the voice for the owl in Harry Potter. There's no way you did that. Okay, we'll talk about it later. We'll debate about it later. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. I'm currently hanging out with my favorite bird around, Bagoy, the Eurasian eagle owl, the world's second largest species of owl, one of the largest raptors on our beautiful planet. And he might be a little hungry. You want a mouse? You want a mouse? Ooh, a little tasty mouse. Here in captivity, they love to eat large mice, rabbits once in a while as enrichment, chicks, all kinds of good stuff, farm raised, so it's nice and healthy. But in the wild, Eurasian eagle owls will hunt foxes, rabbits, weasels. They're even cannibalistic to the fact they'll hunt other owl species. Look at this photo. Look at that. That is insane. That is a Eurasian eagle owl sneaking up on an owl that doesn't even know what's about to happen. Come on, man, look behind you, come on. Anyways, Bagoy's doing real good. He won't be eating any owls in captivity. He's gonna be an awesome representative of the beautiful Eurasian eagle owl, the world's second largest owl, a great ambassador for his species, and owls in general, because here in America, we have owls that are consistently dying from certain things like not just getting hit by cars, but people trying to poison rats around their homes and farms and not realizing that some poisons that let the rat live for a couple of days, that rat ends up traveling off and getting eaten by a native species like an owl, and then the owl ends up dying. So there's lots of awareness that needs to be brought to birds of prey around the world, because not everyone knows that when you put these specific poisons out to kill rodents, that these rodents will survive for a couple days and end up becoming prey to a beautiful bird like this. Imagine if you live in Britain or if you live somewhere in Europe and you have one of these beautiful birds of prey living near you and you love to see it, and then one day you stop seeing it and you don't realize that rat poison you put out, that ground up glass that the rats eat, and then they live for a couple days and they live with that glass in their stomach, they end up getting eaten by a bird of prey like this. And you end up killing one of the most beautiful animals on the planet, not knowing you're actually the cause of it. So it's really important to use things like mechanical rat traps, things that will trap the rats, things that don't let the animals live for multiple days in agony. I mean, let's be honest, I'm always feeding off mice to my snakes, to my crocs, to my bird of prey. They love to eat these rodents, but I still have respect for all wildlife. So I honestly don't think it's the best idea to put poisons out that make animals suffer for days on end. You want this? Don't worry, there's no poison in it. So just a little message out to you guys. If you have a property out in the middle of nowhere and you have a rodent problem, remember, if you use a poison that's not immediately gonna kill them, a bird of prey, a native bobcat, an alligator, something could end up eating that rodent, leading to that native species dying. So always keep that in mind when you're trying to get rid of your rodents and whatnot. And hey, if you guys are falconers out there in the world, then you know that this bird of prey can be an ally to you and you can take care of all the squirrels on your property. Isn't that right, Bagoy? Oh, no squirrels today or ever. Alright guys, today's gonna be really crazy because today, Justina, my king cobra, she went through shed, which is amazing, but we have an issue. She has a stuck eye cap. So when snakes shed their skin, it's keratin all around. There's even a cap on the eye that's supposed to shed off. It's stuck. Everything but the eye cap came off of Justina. And as you guys know, Justina is one of the most cantankerous snakes I've ever worked with. Female king cobra, 13 feet long, very defensive, not too much aggressive, but she's gonna be very defensive today because I'm gonna actually have to neck her, meaning I have to safely restrain her behind the head and I have to pull that eye cap off because otherwise it could potentially lose her eyesight forever. You don't want that because our eyeballs are important. Yes? Yes? What about my eyeball? You wanna eat it? Don't eat my eyeball. I love you. All right guys, I'll see you in a split. Only the fresh is safe to hold for my friends from the Amazon. You're my favorite little babies. Don't bite, I'm not food, you know better. Guys, look at this. My green anacondas are getting real big and thick. I've got this one back here shedding like crazy. Look at this snake. Look at that beautiful green anaconda, the heaviest snake on the planet. Going through shed right now, so the colors are a bit
bit opaque. Look at that, those eyes are super milky right now, so she's a little bit blind right now, really blind. And then her sibling isn't going through shed. Look how beautiful she is. These green anacondas are doing so well. They still aren't eating rats, which are really good for protein. They're just eating chicks still, but that's fine. As long as they're eating something, getting bigger and bigger, I'm happy with that. We're gonna put these snakes away because we've got a little something more dangerous going through shed right now. We're gonna have to put these little ladies back and make sure this is nice. And not now. What? 1, 2, secure! All right, beautiful people, let's leave the little baby green anacondas to the side because right now we have to deal with probably the second most dangerous snake in the snake house. I always like to say that King Tut, my Egyptian cobra, has such a cantankerous defensive attitude, and that's why I consider him one of the most dangerous, because he tries to bite you and poop on you at the same time, flinging his musk at you, which is a mixture of poo and pee. It's like egg drop soup, but it's not tasty at all. So anyways, this snake right here is Justina. This is Justina, the king cobra. She is an Indonesian king cobra, so they're real dark in coloration with white bandings. And then we got this beautiful boy, my Malaysian king cobra, who's a gold coloration. Kevin, he's the king cobra on the bottom. He already went through shed, he's good to go. This king cobra, on the other hand, if you get a good look, you'll notice that on the eye there's a weird tuft of skin. That's actually stuck shed from the shed she just came out of. So she got most of the shed off of her whole entire body except for a little portion on the hood and then one of her eye caps, because king cobras do shed the caps on their eyes, one of the eye caps became stuck. If she continues to shed time and time and time again, and she never gets that eye cap off, she'll eventually become blind. It's not good for her health, so I physically have to restrain her behind the head and remove that cap. But we want to make sure it's nice and comfortable for her, so what we'll do is get her out of the enclosure and then get her into the snake holding receptacle that's full of water, so she can sit in there for about half an hour or so, soak, let that skin get nice and soft, easy to pull off. Honestly, it just troughs off at that point, so it's nice and easy for her. So what we have to do is safely get her out, put her in the snake holding receptacle, and make sure she's nice and secure. Let her sit in that bath, and we're gonna do the work we need to do. So let's get this key ready to go. Let's get the snake hooks ready to go. We got our snake hook right here. I'm gonna take my phone out of my pocket so I'm more lightweight and nothing will hold me down. Let me do a little Pull my leg, just like I showed you. Grab me by the ankle. The ankle. Pull. All right, we're good. All right, guys, we're taking Justina out now. Woo! She's a little inaccurate with her movement right now because of that eye cap. We've got to be so careful. It's not even funny. When she's going through shed, she's very dangerous. But having stuck shed, now she's annoyed and she's a little irritated. She's gonna be very, very defensive. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully, nice and smooth. It's okay, baby. I'm sorry. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. Relax. Let me have your coil, and I'll show you the world. It's okay. Relax. Don't fly out at me. I know you. There we go. Ooh. She is not having it today. You can hear her growling like crazy. She's being very, very defensive. We are not playing any games with her. Let's get her into that can. Let her see that water. It's okay. Relax. It's okay. Relax. She is ballistic right now. When I say ballistic, I just mean she's very uncomfortable and she's very defensive right now. She's very touchy. Danger. Getting a little quiet because she's so touchy. Gotta make sure I make the right movement. Because we do not want to make any mistakes with a snake like this. one that will definitely let me know she's upset. Relax. Alrighty then! That's Justina, the 13-foot-ish king cobra. She is a beast, and she definitely is the second most defensive snake in the building. Guys, when you watch these videos, understand that when this snake is going, when it's doing something like that, she's upset. She was in her comfort zone. She was being left alone. Then Big Monkey Man came on in and grabbed her by the tail, whipped her out and said, "Woo, spicy meatball." You know, she's defending herself. She just wants to be left alone. She might be the biggest venomous snake on the planet and have the second largest venom glands on the planet. But at the end of the day, these snakes want nothing to do with us. And that's the message. Oh, brother, sisters, mothers, I hope you're all ready for this, because after she's done soaking, we're gonna have to gently pull that skin off of her eyeball using these 2 fingers. All right, so let's get the enclosure cleaned up. Let's see, I got some shed, not a whole shed because it's all broken up, but man, that's still a really cool chunk of king cobra skin, and doesn't smell like poo, so I think I'll keep it to the side so in the future when I have guests and whatnot, I can share that with them by giving it to them so they can take a little piece of king cobra with them home. How cool is that? All right, guys, let's open this up and see what we're cooking with. She Picasso'd the place. We're gonna have to clean that glass up really good. Huge chunk. Look at that. That is just too cool. Look at that, all that king cobra skin. Look at the scales. And this king cobra is much smaller than my biggest king cobra, Kevin. But look at the scales. They're the size of pinky nails. Look at that, that is insane. What a beast of a snake. Look at the belly scales. That's not even a large portion of the body, that's more towards the tail. That just shows you how big these guys get. Oh, look at this one, look. This is from the hood of the snake. That is so cool. Ruth, feel that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's so soft.
It's like plastic. This is the same material as your fingernails and your hair. It's called keratin. So when a snake gets bigger and outgrows the last set of scales, they grow out all that old skin and they have a new shiny coat of beautiful scales. So they're in the best version they can ever. Oh, I almost grabbed that spicy meatball. Check this out. So that's actually some of the last of her meal that she's digesting, because you can see a bunch of scales from the python she ate, because we feed these snakes Burmese pythons caught out of the Everglades. Pythons, not good for the Everglades, but hey, good for the guy who keeps king cobras who's trying to keep them happy and fed. So let me see, I'm going to pull this water bowl out. We're going to get fresh H2O because there's some spicy meatballs in this water. Oh, why would you do that, Justina? And then I'm going to deep clean this enclosure. I'll see you guys in a split. And perfection. My cutout. All right, beautiful people. We're going to put the king cobra back. Justina's been soaking for probably about half an hour or so. We took every piece of skin out, every piece of doo-doo spicy meatball. Clean, fresh water's ready to go. So all I got to do is put that back. Look at this. Oh, would you look at that? Take a look. Wow. Ruth! We talked about this. Just me. Just me, Ruth. All right, so let's get this water right. Oh, sorry, almost dropped that a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. Doesn't hurt anyone. Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's get this glass in the right position so it's easy to lock up because she's not gonna be too happy. All right, remember guys, we have to secure her behind the head. So let's see where she's at. She might be at the top of the can. This is why we always use a tool to open the can up, because you never know where that snake's gonna be. Right now, she's just hanging out in the water, doing her thing. She looks so beautiful. She's an amazing animal. But she's also a very defensive one, so we've got to be really careful how we do this. All right, Ruth, back up just a little bit. Relax, relax. Crank, nice. There we go. Ooh, she is not having it today. All right. I hear you. She's growling. She's letting me know she's upset. King cobras are the only species on this planet that have a modified trachea, which allows them to growl at their enemies, at their potential predators. I gotta be real careful because today I'm not wearing my special boots. These are just running shoes. So even though she has short, thick fangs, for a king cobra, they're pretty long. I gotta be careful not to let her bite down on my feet. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Relax, relax. touchy snake with movement and eyesight. So I've got to make sure that I correctly get her behind the head and not make a mistake. There we go. Woo! Very dangerous, no joke. It takes many, many years of experience to be able to pull something like that off. And even me gently grabbing her behind the head, the skin on the neck has already come off, so that's great. Already taking care of that. Woo! She's a strong snake. We gotta be very careful. All right, see that eye cap right there? We're gonna have to gently use our finger to get that off. Nice and smooth. All right, we're just gonna, whoop. Relax, baby, relax. I'm trying to move with her, not too much against her. She's just one long spine with a skull. We don't want to hurt a snake. They're very fragile, even the king cobra. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Relax. Relax, relax. Right there. Just gonna gently pop that off. Look at that, see that eye cap? That's all we want to take off. They shed off that eye cap naturally, but sometimes if they don't have just the right amount of humidity, that eye cap will get stuck. And time again, she'll have to have a buildup. Eventually, it has to come off. If it doesn't come off, she goes blind. So let's see, there is still a little bit, there's still a little bit of skin on top of the eye. Give me 1 second, let's get that little bit. So she's good to go. I think we've got it just about. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. It was actually attached to the cap on the head. Look at this. So this is a whole cap. All these big famous scales that they're known for. Look at that. Gently taking all that off. That was irritating her nostrils. Look at that. Huge head caps coming off. Beautiful, beautiful. Poor baby. Oh, oh, oh. You see this? It's all around her side. Oh, it looks like it was both eye caps that were stuck. Look at this. We're going to pull both eye caps off and out of the nostril, which was probably bugging her for breathing. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Real gentle, real smooth. Not going to go too crazy. We don't want to hurt her. This is also why we let her soak, so that skin gets nice and soft and easily pops off like that. Look at that. She's like, oh, I can see. This is fantastic. She actually had both eye caps stuck, so the whole time both of her eyes were very irritated. The rest of her body is good to go. Let's see, I think that was it. All right, I'm gonna bring her body over near the enclosure so it's a little bit easier to move her. So she's a little upset. Look, she's actually musking on me. Make sure to poo and pee when they're upset. Poor baby. She obviously they don't enjoy this, but we have to take off the eye caps. We have to put our hands on the animals like this when it comes to a time of medical treatment. And if anyone's gonna handle them, it might as well be me. All right, baby. I know you're upset. I know. I know. Right back in the enclosure. Come on. I know you're very, very upset. She's such a beast of a king too. Baby, no, no, no. No, no, no. Stay inside. Now guys, she's defending her area. She has every right to be upset. Get that tail in there. I just wanted to say to you guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting all these amazing educational videos. If you guys enjoy these beautiful animals that I work with, you guys can help support these animals in the wild. The King Cobra Conservancy is a group that does nothing but support the king cobras in their natural habitat of India, Nepal, Thailand. And not just are they helping the king cobras, protecting them, moving them out of people's homes so they don't get killed, but they're also educating the local communities about these beautiful, amazing animals. So they'll hand out pamphlets, they'll even hand out flashlights, so at night when people are walking, they can see where they step so they don't get hurt by a venomous snake. So not just are they conservationists, but they're humanitarians, one of the best conservation groups out there, and one of the many conservation groups we'll be highlighting on our amazing series of wildlife vlogs. So let's get her tail in there. Come on. I know. Your tail. Oh, go kill your tail. Good job, good job. Whew. All right, let's get that locked up. Whew. Not secure. Perfecto. Locked and secured. All right, beautiful people, if you want to help become conservationists yourself, check out the KCC, the King Cobra Conservancy, link below. Buy a t-shirt, buy a hat, or just donate, support them, and you're helping support the kingdom for the king cobras throughout their land. India, throughout all of Asia and Southeast Asia. Beautiful animals. The biggest venomous snake on the planet. All right, beautiful people, I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe. Most of all, don't forget to check us out on Patreon for exclusive content not seen anywhere else in the stratosphere. If you guys support us on Patreon, you're supporting the big cause of this conservation facility. Also, don't forget to check out CHANDLER'sWildlife.com, where you can get the, not so dirty, but the coolest designs, like Stay Passionate with myself and Kevin. You can tell it's me because of that cute little boyish look. Look at the joy in his eyes before he found out that his neighbors didn't like him. Anyways, lots of cool designs. Check this out. Chandler's Wildlife with the crocodile. Miami Vice style. Beautiful design. Get jacked! You gotta stay jacked in the gym. Also, don't forget Kevin the King Cobra and Allison don't give a schnitzel! Allison, the kids are here. Get out of here! Alright, beautiful people. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful. Stay safe. Most of all, stay passionate. Follow your dreams. And never let anyone get in the way of that. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Phew.
No way, you did not do the voice for the owl in Harry Potter. There's no way you did that.